Hello friends, Happy New Year. This is Neha Tulshan from Crescent Creation. Welcome to another video on my YouTube channel. Today I am sharing my first video for the year and it's a YouTube DD post for Koala T Crafts. Jen created this cute raccoon image and all the DT members will be sharing their creations using this image for this whole month. Do not forget to keep checking Koala T Crafts blog for each inspiration video over the month. And also if you like any of the digis from Koala T Crafts, do not forget to use the coupon code Neha Tulshan to save 10% off your purchase. Details and links are all in the description box below as well as on my blog. I have printed this raccoon image in different sizes and I am gonna change each image a little bit to use it as different characters on my card. For my first image, I wanted to create it as a female raccoon, so I'm sketching a bow on her head. And for my next image, I wanted to create a male raccoon holding a heart. So I'm gonna sketch a heart in between his hands. And I'm just using a pencil first to sketch here, as I do not want to mess up my image by directly using a pen. Once happy with my images, I will go over the pencil lines using Copic multiliner. It's 0.5 Copic multiliner. Now let's color the image using Copic markers. I'm sharing the coloring of only one image as both the images are colored similarly. I'm using warm gray markers to color the raccoon. W4, W6 and W7 are used to color the darker areas of raccoon, like the area near its eyes, the hands and legs, and also the darker area on its tail. W7 is quite a dark shade and it really helps to add that darker shadow on the raccoon's body. The rest of its body is quite light, and so I have used W1, W4 and W6 color combination. W7 adds shadow for darker areas. W1 create a good contrast in the lighter areas, hence creating the effect of light and dark areas while using the colors from the same color family. It's a very simple concept. If you see, I have used all 4 markers to color the hands and legs, as I wanted both darker and lighter shades in these areas. Because raccoons have darker hands and feet and lighter arms and legs. Similarly, I have used both W1 and W7 to create the shaded tail of raccoon. W4 and W6 is just to blend the colors. Now to color its nose and the inner circle of its eyes, I'm using C5 and C7 cool gray markers. Also used R20 to color the inside of its ears. Now for the heart, I used R89, R29 and R24 markers. But I was not able to blend R89 using R29, so I used R59 to blend it properly. Now the scene on my card has a door and I wanted to create a wooden door and decided to color the cardstock myself to create a wood-like effect. I started with coloring the base using E31 Copic marker. Next I'm using E18 to create some lines and round rings to give it wood-like effect. When you see me coloring here, it doesn't look perfect, it looks very random, but it's my first try and I like the end result. I hope you do too. Here I'm using E79 and adding few more darker rings here and there randomly. Now I'm going over the whole thing using E33 Copic marker. E31 was just a base color, but E33 really added that wooden feel to this. Now I'm using E15 to add few more random lines and rings and to dial down that darker E18 lines. Lastly, I'm going over the whole thing using E39 and I'm using the chisel tip to get those brush lines that you get when coloring with chisel tips. And that's it, we are done. Now let's work on the background of the panel. I have die cut the door using the Shut the Door die set from Lawn Fawn. It die cuts a beautiful door and scores a line which helps you open and shut the door, hence creating a beautiful interactive card. I also die cut the front panel using the largest die from the large stretched rectangle die set from Lawn Fawn. I have maxed out that stitched detail using painter's tape all around, and I am using brick stencil from Crafter's Companion and inking up the panel using Hickory Smoke Distress ink. This creates a beautiful brick wall background with the white stitched detail all around. I'm also inking up the stairs die cut from the same Shut the Door die set from Lawn Fawn using Hickory Smoke Distress ink. I have die cut a grass border using the grass border die from Lawn Fawn, and I'm inking it up using Twisted Citron Distress ink. To add more details to the grass border, I'm creating grass using G99 Copic marker. Once randomly created the grass all over the border, I'm using YG03 to blend it out. Now using YG17, I'm adding a darker shade at the bottom of the border, and then I will blend it out using YG03. Now let's assemble everything to create the card. Cut out a panel that is the same size of the door for creating the back of the door. If you stick the door directly to the background, it will feel like the door opens to a wall. But when you add the small panel just at the back of the door, it feels like it is opening to an inside room. I have colored that panel using YG17 Copic marker to match the grass border. While sticking the door, apply the glue only to the 3 sides, and so that you can open and shut the door easily. Here I'm sticking rest of the door parts using glossy accent. Now I'm sticking the grass border die to the bottom of the panel using glossy accent, and I'm cutting off the excess hanging using Tim Holtz scissor. My sentiment, I'm using the new Lawn Fawn die called Love Your Line Border die. I have die cut the sentiment 3 times out of white cardstock. I'm coloring one of the sentiments, one of the die cut sentiments using R17 Copic marker. I wanted to create an ombre effect, so I'm just coloring half of the Love Your sentiment, and I will use colorless blender to blend that color to create that lovely ombre effect from white to red or red to white. Once done coloring, I'll stack the 3 sentiments together using glossy accent, and I'm sticking the sentiment, die cut sentiment, at the very bottom of the panel. Now I'll stick rest of the elements one by one onto the panel using glossy accent. Female raccoon image will go behind the door as if she's waiting for the male raccoon or opening the door for him. And I'll stick the male raccoon using foam tape, who is standing outside holding his heart in his hands. And I will trim off that excess Love Your sentiment border hanging off the panel. And I've sticked this panel to an A2 size side folding note card. And for finishing touches, I have added this 3 die cut hearts to the front of the panel, and I'm using Spectre Noir clear glitter pen and adding some glitter to all the hearts. I'm also adding little glitter to the Love You sentiment. And lastly, some glossy accent to all the three hearts. I hope you enjoyed this video. I loved creating this card. I enjoyed every bit of it. I'll see you in the next video. Till then, happy crafting and have a good day.